It's gonna be okay. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I don't know what you've been through or what you're going through, but it's gonna be okay. I feel like a lot of people will overthink situations a lot more than they should. They'll start thinking about things that haven't even happened. They'll go down that rabbit hole and keep spiraling. They'll think, oh, what if this ends up happening? What if this goes wrong? But for me, I've always learned that it's best to deal with your problems as they come, deal with the problems that have already happened. You can't keep running from what happened to you and what is going to happen. You can't plan every little thing that is going to happen to you. It's preparing for the worst, but hoping for the best. If things don't go the way that you want them to, if you face unexpected problems, you're already prepared for them. You already know what to do because you were prepared for this. You have to be realistic and understand that things don't happen exactly the way that you want them to. And I know that a lot of the times we'll be faced with problems, or we go through something that we don't deserve, or maybe we never thought would happen to us. But at the end of the day, life is going to go on, and you have to accept what happened. Things happen whether you like it or not, and you can't go back and change time. You can't reverse certain things. So understand that you have to accept it and have that peace of mind of, did I do everything I could? If you didn't, then you have to. You have to pick yourself up and keep going. You have to pick yourself up and do everything you can now. Because if you didn't do everything that you could have done, then you have to do everything you can now. The problems that you didn't deal with, you have to face them. You have to stop running from those problems and deal with what happened. If you never deal with those problems, you'll always be running, and those problems will catch up to you one day or another. So stop running from your problems and face them. Stop overthinking things that might not even happen. Things will happen for you, and you have to see it that way. You have to see things as, what is this teaching me? What is God trying to teach me? Why is He putting me through this in the first place? What is the lesson that I need to learn? What is He testing me on? Understand that it's gonna be okay. At the end of the day, it's gonna be okay regardless. Regardless of what happens, I'm gonna be okay. I always tell myself that, hey, whatever happens to me happens for me. Whatever happens for me is for my best interest. Whatever it may be, there's always a positive takeaway. There's always something I can take away from every situation, no matter how good or bad I see it. Because things at that point are just perspective. There's no good or bad. Things just happen. Things happen, and you have to always find the good. You can't have that glass half full mindset. You have to have that glass half full, not half empty mindset. You can't have that glass half empty mindset. You can't always try to see the worst in things, see the worst in people. I tend to always see the worst in people. I tend not to have trust and look at people and say, what is their real intention? What is their actual motive with doing what they're doing? Why are they trying to walk into my life? What do they want from me? I tend to always see the worst in people and see their intentions as not the best. And yeah, I have to start believing in people, but it's hoping that they're good, hoping that their intentions are pure, but being prepared for when they're not. Hoping that their intentions are pure and they really want something good out of it, rather than they're trying to use me or use the people around me. Being prepared for if that happens, but hoping for them to be good, hoping for their intentions to be pure. So no matter what happens to you, it'll be okay. You have to have that mindset of everything's gonna be okay. And I know that you're tired, and I know that you want to give up, you don't know what to do, you're lost, but you have to endure. No matter what happens, you just have to pick yourself up and keep going. The sun rises and the sun sets, no matter if you're ready or not. So you have to keep going. You have to get up and keep moving forward, keep pushing through it. It's gonna be okay. It's only gonna be okay if you make it okay. It's gonna be okay because you say it's gonna be okay. You can't have that mindset of what if it doesn't work out? What if it does work out? But you have to also be realistic where you are prepared for if it doesn't work out. Because if you always think that, hey, this is gonna work, this is gonna work, this is gonna work, you don't know what to do if it doesn't work out. You have to be prepared for when it doesn't work out. You have to be prepared for, hey, this might not work out, and I'll be okay with that. I'll be okay regardless of the outcome. It's gonna be okay. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you've been through, things are gonna work themselves out. But things don't work out unless you work. People think that things are just going to fall into place and things are gonna go the way exactly the way I want them to without me having to do anything. Things are just gonna fall into place. And sometimes they do, but you have to put in the work. You have to make them fall into place. Things won't happen the way that you want them to without you putting any effort, putting any work in. So understand that things won't work out unless you do. Stop not putting any action and stop just wanting it. Wanting it is never enough. You have to get up and put in action, put in work. Things won't ever work out the way that you want them to. Sometimes things have to fall apart in order for better things to take their place. Understand that things are going to be okay. No matter what you're going through, what you've been through, it's going to be okay, and you have to believe that. You have to believe that it's going to be okay, and you have to make it okay. You can't just rot in your bed all day and hope for the best. It's okay. Your world didn't end because that relationship ended. Your world didn't end because you had a stressful day at work. Some people are praying for the situations that you're complaining about. So understand how privileged you are for having these problems, for your only problem being that, hey, my relationship didn't work out, my friendship didn't work out. Some people are praying and begging for your problems. People are begging for that stressful job that you have. So put it into perspective and understand that, hey, what problems would I rather have? Would I rather have this stressful job, or would I rather be unemployed? Would I rather be unemployed and I don't know where my next meal is going to come from? So things are going to be okay. You have to put your life and yourself into perspective. Understand that there are a lot of people who are less fortunate than you. And it's just about perspective. How you see things, the way you see yourself and the way you see the world will shape where you are, where you will be, and who you will become. Things are going to be okay. So I hope everyone's doing well, and I'll see you on the next one.